Waterboarding, shown in this U.S. military demonstration, was an interrogation method used under President George W. Bush's administration in the years after the terrorist attacks on the United States in 2001. Officials said then the practice was effective in getting terror suspects to talk. But the Senate report says this and other interrogation methods from that time were cruel and brought little usable intelligence. Committee Chairman Dianne Feinstein says she hopes a 480-page summary of the 6,200-page report will be released within 30 days.
The report exposes brutality that stands in stark contrast to our values as a nation. It chronicles a stain on our history that must never be allowed to happen again. This is not what Americans do.
Some minority Republicans voted with Democrats to release the summary. The panel's top Republican, Vice Chairman Saxby Chambliss, said the interrogation methods were effective and it's time for the country to move on.
I was never in favor of this report being done. I think it was a waste of time. We had already had a report done by the Armed Services Committee on this issue, and this is a chapter in our past that should have already been closed.
The U.S. expanded a secret detention and interrogation program during the early 2000s. Feinstein says the report also accuses the CIA of lying about the effectiveness of the program.
This is also deeply troubling and shows why oversight of intelligence agencies in a democratic nation is so important.
The Senate Intelligence Committee and the CIA have been locked in a war of words about the report. Senators say the agency spied on their investigators and withheld files. The CIA says Senate staffers gained illegal access to files and that the report lacks interviews from top agency officials. The release of the summary could lead to less transparency in the U.S. intelligence community, not more, according to human rights professor Jeffrey Bachman at Washington's American University. He says officials will seek to avoid embarrassment.
I think it will raise questions of clear violations of the international human rights law and potentially the laws of war. And so I think this will actually cause greater restraint and constraint, not with necessary practices, but with information in the future.
President Barack Obama has said he supports declassifying the summary. Officials say he will instruct the intelligence community to cooperate fully. Kent Klein, VOA News, Washington.